Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I noticed we have increased the number. Thank you so much for subscribing, and to you my returning subscribers, thank you for stopping by. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead to subscribe to my channel. Today we'll be learning on how to draft a bustier with yoke. I've already dropped the measurements I'll be using on the screen. Go ahead to check it out, but do have to use your own measurement. I believe you know the basic line on the pattern paper. The neckline I used here is 3 by 3, and I went ahead to tighten my armhole with 0.5. okay, then I connect it to the quarter of the bust at the chest line. The lines I'm seeing here is my armhole, bust point, under bust and waistline. So now I'll be repeating what I did at the chest line by marking quarter of the bust. Okay, so coming to the bust point, I'll be marking half of our bust span, which is 8. That is her nipple to nipple divided by 2. That gave me 4 inches. I'll be marking it on the bust point, on the waist, on the bust, and on the waistline. Then I'll go ahead and connect the line to form a straight line like so. Okay loves, having done that, the next thing to do is to get the midpoint of our shoulder by dividing it into 2, just the way you see me do. You mark the midpoint, go ahead and connect it down to the bust point like so. The next step to take now is to determine how deep you want your cleavage to be. In this case, I made use of 7 inches. Okay, I'm marking it starting from my starting line, just the way you see me do. I'll just go ahead and rule out the lines, okay, using a broken line. Please loves, I'm begging you, give this video a thumbs up for me so that the algorithm can push it to others to see it, and also do well to subscribe to my channel. So now coming to the waistline, I'll be marking ½ inch on both sides. If you're on a bigger side, you should make use of 0.75. Then after marking it, I will go ahead and connect it straight to the bust point, just the way you see me do. You connect it straight to the bust point this way. You connect the other leg same way. So the next thing to do is to tighten our over bust line, and I will be using 1 inch on both sides. That is the total of 2 inches. Guys, I know there is so much noise in the background. It's actually raining here, but I needed to do this voiceover for you all. This is me connecting to the 1 inch I used in tightening the over bust to the bust point. So having done that, coming to the waistline, I'll be dividing her waistline by 4. I will mark, and I will also replace my dart intake. If you have watched this video to this very extent and you have not subscribed, please go ahead to subscribe to my channel. I'm begging you, give this video a thumbs up for me. Thank you. So loves, coming to the chest line, you can see the little dart intake I have there. That is what you should replace back. Okay, do not replace the 2 inches we used in tightening the over bust. Trust me, if you replace it, you will not have a very firm chest line. Okay, so do not replace that 2 inches. Go ahead and connect your lines like so. Having gotten here now, the next thing we'll be doing is to work on the under bust line, and to do that you should watch closely on how I'm going to do it. I'll try to zoom it up a little bit for you all to see. So over here now, I'll divide her under bust by 4. I will mark it omitting the dart intake. Okay, so I will just go ahead and measure what I have, starting from the center to the dart line. That is the first dart line. I'll go ahead and place what I got on the second dart leg and mark. Okay, this way we have omitted the dart. Okay, I just hope you understand what I did here. If you don't understand, let me know in the comment section and I will attend to you. So to tighten your under bust, you have to measure what you have left from the line you just marked. Measure what you have left and divide it into 2. That is what you used in tightening your under bust, just the way you see me do. Then you connect. If you actually don't understand what I did here, let me know so that I can do a separate video on how to do under bust tightening. Okay, so right now I'll go ahead and measure my dart leg, starting from the bust point to the over bust leg. Okay, I will measure both of them. The center one is always the shortest, so try to make it up, okay, so that you don't have a shortage when you're sewing. So having done that, guys, I'll go ahead and extend my dart leg to the waistline. Okay, like so. The next thing I will be doing now is to give my neckline. Okay, I will be giving this neckline a sweetheart effect using my curve ruler. I would mark it, place it the way you see me do, then I'll mark like so. For the side, I will go ahead to connect it to the armhole, just the way you see me do. Feel free to make use of your curve ruler, but if you can actually make use of your freehand, then it's okay. You don't actually have to label this, but my girl said I should go ahead to label it for her so that she can actually remember. Just know that the center part will be cut on fold, while the side will be cut into two, that is times 2. I'll go ahead and add my sewing allowance. Okay, at this point I'll be making use of 2 inches sewing allowance. Okay, I'll mark my sewing allowance and I will connect. If you don't want to add your sewing allowance to this pattern paper, then it's fine. Just add it when you are transferring to your fashion fabric. It is still the same thing. After now, I will just go ahead and cut. You should watch how I'm cutting my own. That is if you don't know how to cut it, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, I believe you could just draw this front now on your own. Follow my pattern. Okay, follow the way I did mine, you would get it correctly. So at this point my pattern is ready, so let us draft it back. As you can see here, I've gone ahead to mark all the necessary lines. I'm making use of 1 inch zipper allowance, and my neckline is 3 inches by 1.5. I did my shoulder slant of 1 inch, and the line you're seeing here is my chest line and my waistline. Okay, and that is it. So now let's start drafting. At the chest line, I'll be dividing her bust circumference by 4. I will mark it. At the waistline too, I'll be dividing her waistline by 4 and I will mark, adding 1 inch to it for that intake. At that waistline too, I'll be marking half of her bust span, which is 4 inches, also at the chest line, like so. So having done this now, I'll go ahead and connect the side line to meet up with each other and also the dart leg. The next thing to do now is to curve my armhole. Okay, I should curve it like so. Having done that, guys, coming to the waistline, remember we added 1 inch for that intake. Now coming to the dart leg now, I'll be marking ½ inch on both sides. We have taken out that 1 inch we added. I'll go ahead and connect it to the chest line like so. For the yoke part of the back, okay, starting from the neckline depth, I'll be marking 1.5 or 1 inch. Okay, all depends on you. Here I made use of just 1 inch to mark mine, and I'll go ahead and connect it to the chest line dart leg. Okay, you could make use of your curve ruler or your freehand, just the way you see me do. Just make sure that you have a very smooth line. Okay, and we're almost there. Keep watching. If you have not given this video a thumbs up, please do well to give it a thumbs up, and thank you so much for stopping by. If you have not subscribed, please, I'm begging you, go ahead to subscribe to the channel, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell for you not to miss out on any video. So loves, because I wouldn't want the back to be just straight, I came down with 1 inch, okay, which I later ended up making use of just ½ inch. I'll be placing my curve ruler the way you see me do, making sure that it's touching my armhole part, and I'll curve it out like so. So loves, this is me showing you guys that I made use of just ½ inch to achieve my curve. Okay, the next thing to do now is to tighten our waistline by marking it out like so. This is actually to prevent zipper bulge, so this is me marking ½ inch inwards. Okay, so when I've just marked it, I also go ahead to extend the chest line out, because that is where I'll be connecting it to. All right, I'm trying to explain that if you don't want to make use of your chest line, okay, you can actually make use of the same 7 inches you used as the cleavage depth for the front, also for the back. Okay, but I prefer making use of my chest line. So now to tighten the chest line, okay, to prevent it bulging out, I'll be marking ½ inch on both sides of the dart leg, and also replace the 1 inch we used in tightening it by the side. So now, having marked it, I'll go ahead to connect it like so. Okay, of course ½ inch plus ½ inch is 1 inch, so that is 1 inch we use in tightening it. So to replace this now, coming to the chest line, I will be marking 1 inch. I'll go ahead to connect it straight down to the waistline like so. So now our back is almost ready. The next thing I'll be doing now is to add our sewing allowance of 2 inches. Okay, 2 inches at the chest line, 2 inches at the waistline, then you connect it together. At this point now, our back is ready. Okay, that's where my button will be, and I'll just go ahead and cut, maintaining my lines. Okay, you should also fold yours this way to match up the dart legs. This way you would know if your darts aligns. It is very important that you do this. If you do not do it, by the time you're done cutting, you would realize that your fabric is actually not aligning, and that will not be good. You should always match it up to be certain that it is equal before you cut it out. Please don't just download this video. Do well to subscribe to this channel, okay, and give this video a thumbs up for me before you leave. Don't just download and go. That will not be fair. That will not be good. And to you, my returning subscribers, please always let me know that you love my energy here, okay? Help me by giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment under the comment section. That will be your biggest way of supporting me, okay? Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so. At this point, we have come to the end of this video. In my next video, I'll be showing you guys how I drafted this skirt. This is the updated version of drafting pencil skirt that would make your client with deep back to have their clothes sitting firm without bulging out at the zipper part, okay? And I've gone ahead to transfer all my patterns to my fashion fabric. Be you a beginner, do not be afraid. Follow the pattern that I used and draft yours. Until we meet again in my next video. Bye.